Charity, and I'm here to show you how I get my airbrush design so quickly, so nicely. This is something that I've been literally working on since February, but I hadn't had time to stop and show you, so I'm gonna get right to it without further delay. And just to further prove that, I'm gonna show you guys the original. If I can get the name visible. So you'll see two different versions. I am going to go ahead and clump them together because it's kind of evolved over time, but I do like what it originally was. So two different options there. Let's get Photoshop to open up. If you have Photoshop, I'm using the latest version. It's kind of best to do that just to be in the know and up to date. So boom, this is the template. So if you're on my TikTok or Instagram, you've seen this, and I've kind of sampled it already. So this is just what it is to begin with. Could also flip to something like that. So you're gonna get those two text options. I'm gonna start on the other one because if you know how to do this, you'll know how to do that one. So I'm not gonna save it, but I'm gonna go and open the latest and the greatest version of it. During this time frame, I've also had a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air party. So I've also given you, I guess, like a template for recreating that for yourself. But y'all, this has been something that I've been working on for a little bit. It feels like it should have been out forever ago. You will get these little images that you see in here. Everything except for maybe the spooky one, because I think I was gonna do that separately as a little PNG pack. But honestly, if it's in here, I'm gonna leave it. Do with it what you will. Um, I'm kind of using AI technology here, so no harm, no foul. But let's get right into it and what's going on. This is obviously a version. The purpose of these is to make things that you can easily flop out and switch, do a couple things and get a couple changes to populate a couple different places. But let's get right to it. This file itself is 24 by 24. So ideally you can pop this into your all over templates or, make brand new designs alone. It's not necessary to um to be all over. It could be partial. It's literally whatever you want. But I felt like 24 by 24 was a big enough area so that if you needed to make it smaller, you could. If you needed to make it a little bigger, you also could do that. But anyway, let's get right into it. I have um multiple text options. The text like here, bloop bloop bloop, back black text, which this is included in the initial. Um but I'm gonna work with this text area because I have a feeling this will be the more popular side. So basically, long story short, I have quick edits. A couple manual edits that you'll have to go in and do are the manual glow. So if you don't know what you're looking at, you can always remove, kind of like how I am. Um, let's get into it. These red areas, these are smart objects. I kind of made the text red so that you'll remember it, you'll get to it, but you can easy double click and edit text here. If you do not want this, I suggest you going over, hold on, let me make sure you can see. Going over to your layers and duplicating it. And then just cutting off the original and then making your edits here. Uh-oh, what did I just do? Did it start me over like nothing happened? Okay, so basically what I was saying was duplicate layer. Oh, it opened things up twice. Sorry. So, I mean, it's also a smart layer. Then boom, double click, put what you want. I'm going to take the size down a little bit to 150. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, take it down to 100 so that you can get everything in. and you will simply lock it in there, then X out, say yes. It's the same. That's how you wanted it. Keep it yes, then boom. Here you have your first princess. So it kind of works like that. I also have a couple different um font options. So I'm going to cut this off and I'm going to show you my secondary design. Simply put, I have it broke down with background, a couple accents. Let me show you some accents. Boom, boom, boom. Our little stargazers, our little cutesy stuff. Um, Sorry, I got ahead of myself. Let's keep this simple. We got background. Boom, boom, boom. Kind of self-explanatory, but I don't want to take it for granted because if you're confused from the beginning, I don't know what would click to make you unconfused. Accents, we have them here. Now, granted, within each little area, you can keep or take away what you do not want. Hard accents can be gone. You can keep the star. Like, it's cool. This is just some pre-populated stuff. However, based on whatever text you put in, whatever images you're rocking with, you may want to put in your own accents, and that is totally fine. This is just a starting point, etc. So here are some images. I have an images tab. I thought about images super last minute, like as you saw from the original. I didn't have any plans for photos. I was just doing words. And blah 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 blah. So how you go about changing something? Let me show you the options that I have and the few little images that I came up with. And let's go back to the text and let's go with the my little boo thing. In case you guys don't know, there's like a little popular viral song, whatever you want to call it. I honestly haven't heard it all the way through, but I thought, oh, this would be cute for a little spooky thing. I'm gonna let you hear a little piece so you can just kind of get it. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to multitask. I'm also playing football, but let me try to get out of that. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Either way, it's like you my little boo thing. And I don't give a hoot what your dude say. Anyways, not trying to sing it, but boom. This is another option. And let me show you. When you go in and you edit, it's kind of in position right now. I have, if you want to go to some of the more original things, I would turn this off, turn these off, and come here. You can see the original text. I'm just going to close this out. Okay, you see that same thing populate. So if you're just here for the name, when I created this, I was doing a name and like a 90s baby kind of thing. So you're still able to do that 100%. Um, but in the meantime, let's get to what we need to get to. I'm going to close these images and say we're just opening this up for the first time and want to flip the design. I am going to bring in some photos from my brother's football so that I can show you how you could go about flipping this. Okay, I'm going to go to the top, go to the top, file, revert, just so that I'll let you guys see exactly how it will go opening this up, right? And it's just like it was when you opened it. So I'm just going to bring in a couple files, place embedded, something football-y for my brother. Mm, Desktop because it's on my desktop. Boom. Double click. Let's see. Let's pick one. Pick this one. Let me see if I can. That's one thing that I don't like. You can't pick multiples. Just okay. Placing this in. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm gonna move that automatically to my images section, just so that I know what it is. Um, Not sure. I think I'm just gonna do Eagle football. I'm gonna stick with the Fresh Prince because again, I think that's something that we might do. Also, new. Let me see. I don't want to jump all over, but new little feature right here. You can simply click remove background. Let's get back on our image. Remove background. Let's see how nicely it does this for us. It can save a step. If you guys remember, you can also use remove.bg, and this is pretty good. So far, so good. Let's go to our text. And to keep things manageable, just don't hesitate to close your stuff up, right? This manual glow is not applying to what we're seeing. So up under this, you see this is a, so I originally, I'm gonna cut this off, but originally I had, okay, that there, these lines of text. I'm gonna show you all the different little text options. I'm gonna even open up the black. So based on, and it, on any of these, you can come in and change the font style. That's totally up to you. I'm gonna go with, I kind of like the black. So I'm gonna cut these other ones off. Okay, and also in relation to background, we're not doing like Halloweeny. So you double click that. I'm going to just move that to, let's leave it purple because they are the Eagles. Um, it's just kind of simple with them. Purple, white, black, basically. You let that update. So you don't see it, but it has changed some of our accents and our background colors, as you can see. Yeah. So in relation to this background, I am going to keep the square background. Let me show you a couple of other. Another thing is when operating, let me stretch this screen all the way out if it will let me. Yikes, looking like I'm going to have to choose. So I picked whatever I'm doing. I typically cut this back part off. Uh-oh. Cut it off because it kind of gives you what's really going on. The transparent version. When I take this into printing, I'm not going to have a white background. I get nervous about that because the white could look white, but it can maybe come across as like an ivory or something. And when it comes to that, the pigmentation, you will likely see it on your shirt. Your printer doesn't print white with sublimation, but if you have like a different color that's not white, say you're doing like a beige, like that could probably translate, and you don't want that. So I have this cut off. This is simply, and it says remove me for print. It's simply to kind of give you a good idea of what's going on. So say we don't want this background, we can just cut that off. The original background was a circle, and I'm gonna leave this back on so that you can see. So again, gives you airbrush vibes. Cool. I'm actually liking that. And then I have a outer circle, which you can do with or without. This is all totally up to you. You can do that black. You can even switch this stuff up, make the circle black, and then have the outside purple. You can do that. It's totally up to you. I'm gonna go ahead and cut off these other images, these Fresh Prince images. So now that I kind of have my images in line for the most part in position, which is for me centered, um, then I'm gonna keep going. I really don't want to take too much of your time. It's only already 14 minutes or so of this. So I'm gonna try to be quick, but kind of let you know what's going on. But like even looking at this, I want to add some footballs, et cetera, et cetera. But to be quick, I'm just going to kind of edit the text. There are multiple ways you can edit the text. Double click to switch. I have that here so that you'll know. Um, but you're able to kind of just tweak everything. Now the thing about this font is I leave excuse me, let me slow down. I have it set up as black text because we're just going to be changing the outer stuff with this. You can go in and change that. That's up to you, but you will probably be more suited to use one of the other options. So I'm gonna try to find something that kind of lands us in a purple, darker purple interior. Because again, the extra glow, you see that? That's removable. The extra glow is again something that you're gonna have to do manually. The other thing, you're gonna double click and you're going, uh-oh. You double click and you're gonna see your options. You can make it darker, lighter. See what I'm saying? You can change the saturation in any way you like. I'm gonna just reset it so um it'll be in the original space, right? And that resetted it all the way back. But I'm gonna land on purple because that's um or am I gonna do, yeah, purple because there's only two colors. Or should I do like a white? Is there white in option? What I'm gonna do? No, I'm not gonna do white for the outside. Let's just see. Okay, so I'm landing there. That is giving me dark purple. Okay, closing that up. But for your extra glow, you can either remove it or you can just double click and instead of we want to do black. Black is man. Nah. So I'm gonna go to my stroke. And I think the key here is making your stroke match. I want more of a darker purple. Okay, got that. Cool. And then for outer glow, let me go ahead and make sure I get this color. Mm-mm. This is also a time where having your swatches up would be handy. If you know that you might toggle between. Let me see. I'm just gonna copy the color. Simple. Okay. Then I'm gonna go to outer glow, double and paste said color. Now, I think the effect for like an extra glow is if you are doubling up, if you're changing both of these, stroke and outer glow. But if you want to do one color and one the other, that's totally up to you, right? And let's double click to edit our text. I'm going to just do layer, duplicate. If you are familiar with this, you don't have to keep like doing layer, duplicate. I just like to keep things intact because I might want to get back to exactly what I was on, right? Or exactly how it was. I'm changing this to Eagles. Okay. And you X out. Yes. Eagles. Boom, 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 boom. Now at this point, you can move this up, down, wherever. Uh-oh. Sorry. You can go back. Make sure I undo that. Make sure you're clicking on what you want. But you have your spray paint text, right? So let's go in and grab another one of our options. Let's go ahead. We've used the black just to show you the versatility of this. We've used the black text, so we're done pretty much here. Let's close this up. Let's bring in something else. Not all of them. Okay, so let's take this one away. Let's take the You're My Little Boo thing away. And let's work with the Fresh Prince option. Uh-oh. Double click. When you see the T, that's when you can literally edit the text. So I'm going to do what I've been saying do. Uh-oh. Layer, duplicate. You're also able to just simply go in and add in a new text area, like it's your prerogative. So I'm also going to change the font. Crowley. Control A. I'm going to take the size down a little bit. I like to do it in increments of 50 because if you're just a little bit off, it's not a huge deal. X out. Yes, yes, yes. Then I'm going to X out again. Yes, yes, yes. Crowley, right? Mm, I want that there. I want that there. So I'm going to take Eagles all the way down. 'Cause that's how I would want it to kind of cover up his shoes. I'm trying to keep everything pretty much was within the realm of this circle, right? I can make his picture a little smaller, and I won't be too much longer, y'all. I promise. A little bit smaller, but I am going to take some extra time to really get this like a printable shirt for next week's game. So back to text, which if you remember, black text is the black text. It's kind of self-explanatory. So bring that down just again, this is me and a design preference, just where you see a little bit of that. So now I'm gonna take the other, let's bring the layers out so you know exactly what you are rocking with. I'm getting down to it. And bring it on up, bring it on up. Also, the switch. Let's do this again. Now, this has already been put in a place of, oh, this is Fresh Prince, but you are able mm-mm, to do the same thing. You're toggling in between what you want. And I'm going to try to get a color, a purple that is kind of in line with everything else. Once you kind of find that, once you don't get the tone, you can kind of do that yourself. But if you do light, it kind of does that to everything. So it's not just going to be your inner text, if that makes sense. Typically, since black is just black, that's our first layer of outline, it'll stay that way. Do, 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 do. I'm going to put it down here so that I can use white. So I'm going to make that purple, like I said. That's a pretty good purple. Saturation. I do want it very purpley. Bloop, bloop, bloop. It's like a thin line between blue and purple. So back to that. Okay. Uh-oh. Back to that. I'm gonna close all these other things up, these things before it gets to you. So again, manual glow. To come right here and manually change the glow. Sorry. So let's see. Take the glow off. It's just that. But for this outer glow, instead of pink, I want white. And that is working because I have it, and again, in my opinion, and how I'm thinking about stuff, it's working because let's get to the line um that really represents that. Make sure it's clicked on. Let's bring it down. And if there's a thing like this, like for example, I want my newest text to be on top. So I'll just put that group on top of that group. And that's just going to change the positioning. See that? Now on my brother, coming on in, I'm making it a little bit bigger so you can see. So let's get back to the text. Um, let's see, when we are switching here, yeah, everything changes. Boom. Kind of like right in there. I think that's purpley. I really can't tell with my screen and how my screen is trying to play me, but I'm gonna say that that's matching. Honestly, I cannot really tell. This close up, it does not look like this color here. But again, quick little purposes of a what you call. And with my brother specifically, I'm going to go back to images because at this point, that's all I care for that to say. Um, so I'm just close all this other stuff up. Again, direct. Oh, that's not the right one. Manual glow. It doesn't have to have a glow. If you want it to have a glow, that's the glow. And just that kind of blurred line look to me gives airbrush, right? This will help you guys be able to take on those orders for airbrush and just go crazy. Now let's go back to images. Actually, let's pop in the accents. Let's see what works, what doesn't. None of this works, actually. None of the hearts. We're not doing hearts for football. Um, I think I do have all my flares and stuff together, which is fine. Which is fine. None of these are going to be what I want to use. So if you're like me and you're doing something outside of a particular area, you might want to add your own accents, and that's totally fine. And let's close that off. I will just use this, my paintbrush. I have some spray paint stuff. I have stars and flares, and that is where I'm going to be pulling from for this airbrush stuff. Let's see. Do 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 do. Let's do it. Oh, wait, I don't have anything clicked, so I'm gonna hide these other things. But this is the area where I want to create. So let me make sure everything is off. Although I'm still seeing flares, flare accents. Bye y'all. Okay, but I'm going to give myself just to like add another layer here, and that'll be here for you guys. And what color are we rocking with? Make sure I want to do black in some places. See that? It gives it that ooh airbrush kind of vibes. But yeah, that's how I want to do it. I'm gonna make it a little smaller. Whoopsies. Also, fun fact, and I might just do that now. I'm gonna put since the template itself is the template, the accents, I would probably put it at the top. So it can be on top. Make this a little bigger. Y'all know it's football Sunday and I love football. So me being here with y'all, I just want you to know that's love. I'm gonna take that size down. Take that off. Take that size down. I'll switch the color on that. Just to white. Put that in the middle. Oh, then I did a baby size. right up in there. And that's something that I like to do. It's not something anybody else has to do, but I like to give you a little mid-level blang blang. That might still be too big for the position. Mm, this is all nitpicking. Obviously, go for what you know, go for what you want to do, your style. I'm just trying to show you something fairly quick. I'm trying to explain everything. With these accents, there's no right or wrong place to put them. It's totally a preference kind of thing. I will say when you're doing white accents, make sure you have something else around it, like color, to make sure that it pops out. Like if I wanted to hit one on this edge, I would toggle to black. You know what I mean? So go for what you know, like that. Um, I think I also want just like a bonus little text in the bag. No, I don't. Let's keep it simple. I'm doing too much. Okay, y'all. This is a quick look at making it do what it do. Also, going to your images, I'm going to right now create a mask. Am I in images? Where did I just do that at? Yeah, a mask for the images folder. And if you guys are familiar, use your your paintbrush to, and when you need it to erase some stuff, you put it on black. Right here, it kind of just faded out my brother's shoes. Okay, so perfect, cute, cool design. Sorry that it took so long. I will come back showing you guys different versions of it. Get removing that background, not background, removing, go into it and remove actually you. So boom, I'm gonna print this up to show you guys, save a copy. Um, it's just a little PNG, Amari YouTube shirt. Mm-mm. Save. Do 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 do. And I will attach I'll probably do a short. So I can go ahead and get this uploaded before life happens. I will do a short to let you guys see. I'll be sure to make it the thumbnail of this video too. So thank you guys for watching. And TTYL. Bye.